This will be the most difficult thing you ever do in your life. We're gonna do the old French dip sandwich. Here we have a roast I took out of the freezer a couple hours ago. You can see it's still frozen. This is a sirloin tip roast. You can use any roast you want. In this case, you don't want to use one that's got a lot of fat in it. You want one that's lean. A little bit of marbling is okay, which is why sirloin tip roast is good. But any roast that doesn't have a lot of fat, because you want au juice for dipping, not fat that you got to skim off, because you don't want fat in your au juice. So as you can see, that's frozen. I'm going to take off the netting because we don't need that. We're going to do this in the pressure cooker. This is so difficult, you're not going to believe it. See, the netting is literally frozen to it. In it goes. We're going to have about 1.5 cups of water. You could add up to 2 cups if you want. All right, we'll do 2 cups. And you got to remember, that's your au juice. So after it's done cooking, you don't want to add too much water because it'll end up boiling it. After it's done cooking, you'll add more water to increase the au juice. We're going to throw a little pepper on top, as much as you want. You don't need a lot. And I always put the salt and pepper on after I put the water in so it doesn't get washed off the top, because you actually want that on top. A little salt, a little pepper on top, or you can show the top if you want. That's essentially it. Here I have some beef bouillon cubes. And you can always add 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, however many you want. These are a pain in the butt to unwrap. Take your knife, cut along the side like I just did is a good way to unwrap them. And then just throw them in there with the water. I got 5 here.
How many?
5. You can put in as many as you want. You don't need a lot. It just adds a little extra. They're beef bouillon cubes, so they're made from beef stock, which is basically what you're making here anyway. Lost one. Now watch how hard this is. Put the frozen meat in. Put the frozen meat in. Put the lid on. Make sure it's on, the vent is set to cook. Press meat